Good, happy Sunday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this breaking news coverage. 50 killed in Florida nightclub terror attack. 50 people were killed inside Pulse, a gay nightclub. Orlando Police Chief John Minia and other officials said Sunday morning, just hours after a shooter opened fire in the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. At least 53 more people were injured, Mina said. Police have shot and killed the gunman, he told reporters. Officials warned that a lengthy investigation was ahead, given the number of victims and the scope of the violence. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer said he had declared a state of an emergency for the city and has requested the governor do the same for the state. Before Sunday, the deadliest shooting in U.S. history were at Virginia Tech in 2007 and Sandy Hook School in 2012, with 32 and 27 killed. Helmet saves officer. Law enforcement sources told CNN that the suspect had possibly explosive device strapped to his body and in his vehicle, but U.S. officials said later that no explosives were found. At least 9 officers were involved in the shootout, Mina said. Several corner vans were seen traveling toward the nightclub. One officer suffered an eye injury when a bullet struck his silver helmet, said Danny Banks, special agent in charge of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement's Orlando Bureau. The helmet saved the officer's life, Banks said. And here's a look at some photos. The shooter is not from the Orlando area, Mina said. He has been identified as Orma Squamiaya Mateen, 29, of Fort Pierce, about 120 miles southeast of Orlando. 2 law enforcement officials tell CNN. Orlando authorities said they concerned the violence an act of domestic terror. The FBI is involved, while investigators are exploring all angles. They have suggestions the individual has leanings toward Islamic terrorism. But right now, we cannot say definitely, said Ron Hopper, Assistant Special Agent in charge of the FBI's Orlando Bureau. Authorities are also looking into the possibility the attack was a hate crime a law enforcement source told CNN. Shooting hostage situation. The shooting began around 2 a.m. and an officer who was working at the club responded, Minna said. The officer engaged in a shootout outside the club, after which the gunman ran into the club. That turned into a hostage situation, Minna said. Authorities were getting calls from people inside the club but away from the gunman, the chief said. Pulse Orlando, the club, tweeted on Twitter, as soon as we have more information, we will update everyone. Please keep everyone in our prayers as we work. More police rushed to the scene and broke down a door with an armed vehicle, helping some 30 club goers flee to safety, Minna said. At that point, police shot and killed the gunman, he said. CNN affiliate WKMG video captured club goers carrying injured people from the club. Hassan was getting a drink at the bar when he just saw bodies going down, he said. When the shots erupted, he hit the ground, crawling on his elbow and knees before he spotted the man who had been shot. The nightclub posted on its Facebook page shortly after the violence began, "Everyone get out of the Pulse and keep running." Orlando police warned residents to stay away from the area and urged people not to call their officers. They declined to provide the number of casualties, saying details will be available later. Bomb-sniffing dogs are on scene. Take a look at the photo where the nightclub is located. Right here is where the nightclub is located. Just bang, bang, bang. Pulse describes itself as the hottest gay bar in the heart of Orlando. Hours before the shooting, the club urged partygoers to attend its Latin flavor event Saturday night. Jovial, well-dressed crowds heed the call in an event that turned into a nightmare. Ricciardo Nagar Aldier said he was in the club when the shooting started about 2 a.m. He barely escaped. Anthony Terros, who was at the club, said he and his friend were leaving the club when the shots were fired just after last call, as the club was nearing closing time. Tearful relatives waited outside the club as lights from police cars flashed in the background. Some implored the media to help them get the word on their loved ones. Just a lot of people screaming. The sound of gunshots echoed beyond the club. Joe's Terrios was clocking in to work at Dunkin' Donuts across the street when he heard them. Terrios said he ducked into the Dunkin' Donuts and called 911 as several people dashed out of the club bleeding. Police and SWAT teams rushed on to the scene. Authorities have conducted a controlled explosion near the nightclub, according to Orlando police. A law enforcement analyst said controlled explosions are used to breach a door or when a subject is barricaded in a room and police want to use a stun gun, a temporarily freeze their control nervous system. FBI agents were also assisting at the scene, agency spokeswoman Amy Pittman said. President Barack Obama was briefed on the shooting and asked the FBI and other federal officials to provide him with regular updates, a statement said. Rick Scott, Florida governor, wrote on Twitter, "My prayers are with the victims, families, and all those affected by the shooting in Orlando. We will devote every resource available to assist." Hospital on lockdown. Authorities urged caution as police officers hovered nearby with weapons and dogs. A few miles away, the Orlando Regional Medical Center was placed on lockdown. The hospital said in a statement, only essential workers are being allowed access into the building. Relatives looking for loved ones were instructed to go to the medical center's north tower with identification. Hospital staff will escort family members with IDs to a family meeting area. Arnold Palmer Hospital and Winnie Palmer Hospital were placed on lockdown out of an abundance of caution. But the lockdown was lifted by mid-morning, officials said. The mass shooting occurred only a few miles from Orlando's Plaza Live Theater, where 22-year-old singer Christina Grimmie, who had appeared on NBC's The Voice, was gunned down Friday night. Orlando police tweeted a photo shooting at Pulse nightclub on S. Orange. Multiple injuries. Stay away from the area. Take a look at the photo. And that does it for my special report right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll keep you updated on this breaking news situation. Goodbye.